The sun had just begun to set, casting a warm, golden glow over the city as I sat nervously in my car, waiting for my date. My heart raced with anticipation and anxiety, wondering if everything would go smoothly tonight. The text message from him earlier that day had been brief but intriguing. "Meet me at St. Mary's Hospital. We'll be leaving together." As I pulled into the hospital parking lot, my eyes scanned the sea of vehicles until they finally locked onto a sleek black ambulance parked near the emergency entrance. My heart skipped a beat as I spotted him standing outside, clad in his uniform. A crisp white shirt with red epaulettes and dark navy pants that hugged his muscular thighs. He was tall, with broad shoulders and piercing blue eyes that seemed to see right through me. "Hi," he said softly, extending a hand for me to shake. "I'm Alex." "Nice to meet you." "Alex," I replied, trying not to stare at his chiseled jawline or the way his uniform stretched across his chest. "You look impressive." He chuckled lightly before gesturing towards the ambulance. "Let's get going then. We have a busy night ahead of us." As we climbed into the back of the vehicle, I couldn't help but feel an electric charge between us. The tight space and close proximity only served to heighten my senses as Alex began driving towards our first call. "So," he started conversationally, "what do you do for a living?" I told him about my job as a graphic designer, while he shared stories of his time working as an EMT. His passion for helping others was evident in every word he spoke, and I found myself becoming more and more attracted to him with each passing moment. The radio crackled to life, interrupting our conversation. "Unit 12, respond to the scene at 456 Elm Street. Possible cardiac arrest." Alex's eyes narrowed as he quickly assessed the situation before turning back to me. "This might be a bit intense for your first date," he said with a wry smile, "but I promise it won't last long." As we arrived at the scene, I could see people gathered around an elderly man lying on the ground. His face was pale and his chest wasn't moving. Without hesitation, Alex sprang into action, checking vital signs and barking orders to those nearby. I watched in awe as he expertly performed CPR, his strong hands pressing down firmly on the man's chest while I provided compressions. The adrenaline coursing through my veins made me feel alive like never before. And amidst the chaos and fear, I couldn't help but notice how Alex's eyes seemed to hold a deep intensity that spoke volumes about his dedication to saving lives. After what felt like an eternity, the ambulance roared back to life as we raced towards the hospital. Once inside, Alex continued working tirelessly to stabilize the patient, while I did my best to assist him in any way possible. It wasn't until we were finally alone again that he turned to me with a smile. "You handled yourself really well out there," he said softly, his eyes filled with appreciation and admiration. "I think this might be the start of something special." His words sent shivers down my spine as I leaned in closer, our lips meeting in a passionate kiss that seemed to ignite an inferno within us both. As we pulled away, breathless and flushed from desire, Alex looked deep into my eyes before whispering, "Let's take this back to the ambulance." We made love on the cold metal floor of the vehicle, our bodies entwined as we explored each other's desires with unbridled passion. The sound of sirens wailing outside only served to heighten our senses further, creating a sense of urgency and excitement that permeated every inch of our being. As dawn broke over the city, we lay there in each other's arms, basking in the afterglow of our shared experience. Despite the challenges and dangers inherent in his line of work, I knew without a doubt that this was where I belonged, by his side, facing whatever life threw at us together. And so began our journey as partners both professionally and personally, navigating through the highs and lows of love, loss, and everything in between. But no matter what obstacles we faced, one thing remained constant: the unbreakable bond forged between an EMT and his first date inside an ambulance.